Welcome to a slightly unusual week of weather, dominated by just one area of low pressure. We often have one area of high pressure controlling our weather. We've certainly seen that a lot through the summer, but to have one area of low pressure controlling things for a number of days is fairly unusual. Lots of isobars on the charts initially as well, so that low will bring spells of wet and windy weather spiralling around it. By the time we get to Thursday, the low itself is kind of crossing the country. That means that the heavy showers it generates could become quite slow moving in places before it finally starts to drift away to the east by Friday. So dominated by one weather system, let's try and put some details on day by day. Tuesday shows a dry start for many, but some thunderstorms overnight, still rumbling on over parts of northern England, southern Scotland, and we'll see more showers then generated through the day with nowhere immune. These are showers, so they will be somewhat hit and miss, but they'll also be heavy and perhaps even turn into thunderstorms with hail likely and certainly likely to drop a lot of rain in a short space of time. And as is often the case with showers, some pretty tricky driving conditions. One minute it's dry and sunny, next minute you've got a downpour, a lot of spray and surface water on the roads. But notice the winds are coming up from the south around that area of low pressure, so bringing with them relatively warm air. So when the sun is out, and it will come out at times, temperatures getting into the low or even mid-20s across parts of eastern England, still feeling quite warm. Quite a brisk wind blowing again across the northeast and across the southwest, throwing in more showers here as we go through the evening. There's that low pressure still continuing to dominate, and I say further bands of showers will mill around it as we head into Wednesday. Again, many places will start the day dry with some sunny spells, but we'll see showers likely across northeastern parts of Scotland, and then again everywhere else joins in with those showers just scattered across all parts. Really by late morning we'll see again heavy thundery downpours in places. They should tend to move through because there'll be enough of a breeze, and we will again see some decent spells of sunshine, the south coast of England for example, and that will lift the temperatures to above average values, getting into the high teens or the low 20s. By the time we get to Thursday, as we saw earlier, that low pressure is kind of moving in across the UK. The isobars just perhaps starting to open up in places. Could be quite windy across the southwest on Wednesday night for sure. But otherwise, as this low moves in, what we could see is the showers just kind of become more slow moving, so they'll last a little longer, they could drop more rain, and again that could cause some issues. Certainly again nowhere immune from the downpours, but perhaps western Scotland looking a little drier on Thursday compared to the rest of the UK. Elsewhere, as I said, be prepared for showers, be prepared for some spray and surface water on the roads, and again temperatures mostly a touch above average, high teens or low 20s. Now that low pressure is starting to very slowly ebb out towards the North Sea by the time we start Friday. Still a lot of heavy showers moving around it, particularly across central and eastern parts, but the showers should be easing in the west, so a drier day for Northern Ireland and drying up perhaps across Wales and southwest England. Elsewhere, yes, plenty of showers during the day, but even here, as that low starts to pull away later on, we should see the showers starting to fade. The winds are switching direction though, so perhaps bringing a cooler feel, particularly on some of those North Sea coasts. That low pressure system then is finally starting to pull away by the time we get to the weekend. So actually at the moment Saturday looks like being a largely dry day across the UK. Still a few showers here and there, but turning drier. However, there's another area of low pressure which is gaining quite a bit of attention. This one is bringing quite a bit of uncertainty into the forecast through the weekend, and more particularly into next week. And here's the reason why. If we again rewind the clock and track this area of low pressure, you can see it has tropical origins. In fact, this low pressure starting out as is currently a hurricane. It's Hurricane Danielle in the subtropics. Now, as it drifts northwards, it will no longer be a hurricane, but when you've got these highly energetic systems, it does make the forecast more complicated. It brings with it more uncertainty, as this graphic shows quite clearly. This is a graph of the potential tracks when we run the computer model many times. Now, the different colours you can see here are the different days. So the first day red, then 48 hours in green, and then the next couple of days. You can see quite a reasonable agreement that most of the computer model runs are suggesting it's going to go into this track. But as we get towards Friday and the weekend, the tracks kind of splay out. So a lot of uncertainty, some of them taking them to the north, some of them taking them to the south, and not many of them taking that area of low pressure, intense area of low pressure with all its warmth and humidity across the UK. So quite a bit of uncertainty as we go towards the weekend. Nothing unusual about that when we've got ex-hurricanes in the mix, but certainly something to keep a very close eye on over the next few days. We'll be doing that here at the Met Office. Make sure you keep across all of our output by following us across social media.